49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do with the Washington football team. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. A play fake from Mostert, now Garoppolo. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. First carry for Raheem Mostert. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking in the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First carry now for Trey Sermon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Flush to his right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Lance, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield, try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. And here comes Danny Johnson now from his end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Off the play fake to Gibson. Fitzpatrick. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Azeez Al-Shaair gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
2nd and 20. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out in the next down.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. A throw to the flat here from McKissick. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. Fitzpatrick to throw for it on 4th down. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes Danny Johnson now from his end zone. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A run here for J.D. McKissick. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Fitzpatrick to the right side and complete to Thomas. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 26. Fitzpatrick to his tight end Thomas for the Washington first. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. He gets it to Thomas. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll run with Gibson. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Gibson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Gibson, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson taking it in from a yard out. And Washington has made this a 1-score game. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Lance a handoff here to Mostert. They find some open field here. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 40 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats, look at this, 22.3 miles an hour was his top speed. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's a give to Gibson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
on a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Fitzpatrick. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49 D as they score the touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And here comes Danny Johnson now from his end zone. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They'll throw again. Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 3 yards the gain there, second down. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And that takes us from second to third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And give him credit, he deserves it. But this is such a breakdown defensively, my goodness. From a pass rush perspective, you know that they got to be coming hard on fourth down trying to get to the quarterback. But from a coverage perspective, how do you not see that play developing? And it turns into a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Here's Richie James on the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. From the 36, Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Chase Young just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Throwing his Lance on third down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable, and there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Washington down on the scoreboard that they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And here comes Danny Johnson now from his end zone. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On play action, Fitzpatrick. Being chased down. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
1st and 10.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Now Lance.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Lance finding Kittle. 1st down, San Francisco.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lance caught by Sanu.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Lance to throw it. Open man is Sanu, just like last play. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 52 is the mic right here over there, right? 52 is the mic. There we go, here we go. Shift.
Back to the running game with Mostert. Mostert hit and he drops the ball. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. A carry for Gibson. It's a first down and more for Gibson. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First down, Washington.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run here with Gibson. And he's got this down to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And just a yard to go here on second down. Throwing Fitzpatrick. He gets it to Humphries. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Washington.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Once more, Gibson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run with Gibson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
A give to Gibson running right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington able to make this a close game again. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time, they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
They'll try and run it here. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Montez Sweat in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
To try again after the sack. Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Throwing now is Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 38. Check.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. And Lance now to throw. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Lance again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Charlie Warner there to make the grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes Danny Johnson now from his end zone. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. Humphreys with a reception. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Fitzpatrick to throw. Got McKissick. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Fitzpatrick. He's got his target. It's Humphreys. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Fitzpatrick. And yet again, it's Humphreys. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here's Fitzpatrick. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
At the Niners 5-yard line.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. They will run it. It's McKissick. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. To throw, Fitzpatrick. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Let's go.
Picked by Kendall Fuller. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. Thomas brings it in. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake to Gibson. Fitzpatrick. He'll look downfield for Humphreys. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Gold with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes Danny Johnson now from his end zone. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And he is swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel, I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving